Hello everyone, welcome to MJ Hobby Corner, and this is a very special MJ Hobby Talk.
Yes.
I'm Martin, this is Julie,
And it's our holiday episode.
It's our holiday episode.
If you didn't already figure that out for yourselves.
We decided on something a little different. We normally do these chats in our studio, but we decided to welcome you guys into our home, right in front of the tree, and wish you guys very happy holidays.
Absolutely. So. Okay. Well, let's welcome new subscribers. Thank you very much. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. I hope you continue to like what we provide.
Yes, and very exciting news as we reached 104 subscribers.
Woo,
Yay.
thank you guys. Thank you.
So thank you very much, guys, for your support.
Right.
And we hope to have a lot of things coming in 2021.
Onward and upward. Right?
Onward and upward. That's right. And for those of you that are new to the channel, these talks that Julie and I make, it's our chance to kind of get together and update on what's going on in the channel. We do our unboxings here in these videos, and this is a bi-weekly talk.
Right.
So we basically sum up all the studio work, and then we talk about games, we talk about upcoming rules and games.
Things that we're doing.
Things that we're doing.
We'll be doing.
Right.
Yeah.
New projects that might come onto the channel. So this is the place where we update the channel, and it's become a fun thing to do.
It is. It's a fun thing. A lot of fun.
So what do we have for today?
Let's see. Well, our last Oathmark game of 2020.
That's right.
We are...
How things go, how the editing goes and everything. And it's not a very long game. It's almost done.
Yeah, it's almost done. And you'll have to wait to see who wins.
Yeah, we don't want to say too much about the game. I haven't uploaded it yet, but it will be on this week. It'll be the last game of 2020 and the last game of that campaign.
Yes.
We're wrapping up the campaign.
Right.
This is a game, this is a capital strike.
Right.
Against the goblins.
And then we'll see what happens with the narrative after that campaign is done.
Yes. And this is a sneak peek of that very game. Goblins versus elves. The final game.
Currently playing.
We're currently playing, yep.
So we'll finish that and upload that tomorrow, you said, right?
We're hoping to upload it tomorrow or Tuesday. Very interesting.
I agree.
Talking about narrative, I usually do these little narratives for Oathmark. I use the figures.
Yeah.
And I make these little stories. And then I get on AutoRealm software and make maps of our kingdoms, and then I kind of throw them into the video, and I make these little storyline narratives for the game. That will probably be coming again very soon. I have a couple in my Oathmark playlist. You guys can check it out if you haven't already. And we'll have the third and final narrative that's going to sum up everything that's happened so far.
But not final narrative. Narrative for that campaign.
For that campaign,
right.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. I mean, the story continues. Oathmark Thursdays continues. It's every other Thursday.
And the narrative will continue.
As well.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yes.
That's terrific. You have a sneak peek for us.
Yes, I do. I want to show you guys the painted sculpture that I did for our Oathmark games. It's an undead wolver. I sculpted Julie a rhino, so now it was my turn. And let's check out the painted sculpture. Okay, and here is a sneak peek at the painted skeletal figure that I sculpted. And now this has been painted. I gave it a couple of washes, and now it needs all the highlights. And once the highlights are complete, then this figure is finished. And there you can see the glowing eye, along with some of the fur that has stayed behind, right? You see some of the fur on the chest. And so I need my highlights, and I need to complete the base, decorate the base a little bit, and this figure is ready for the tabletop. And this is my second gaming sculpture. You will see a lot more of this in 2021. There it is. Wolver, undead. So, that was my sculpture.
Your sneak peek.
Yep.
Very
So
cool.
what'd you think of that rat I mean, wolf at the rat. I called it a rat.
You're thinking of the ratlings.
I'm thinking about the ratlings. We're gonna, yeah.
It's awesome. It's
Yeah.
just, it's so original.
You
Yeah,
like it? All right.
I like it a lot.
Well, I've thank you guys for all the comments that I got on that sculpture. I will be sculpting more. In fact, we will at close to the end of this video talk a little bit more about where my sculpting is headed. So
Yeah, we're going to talk
for
about
those
that a
of
little
you
later.
interested in the work that I'll be doing with sculptures, and these are all gaming pieces. So
Absolutely. Well, up next, you just kind of announced it, sort of.
yes,
The slip of the tongue. Next is the unboxing
the unboxing.
of the ratlings.
Yep.
Is that what you said? Yeah.
These are plague monks from
Okay.
Age of Sigmar. Let's go take a look at these. And then we also have a science fiction not an unboxing, but we're
Right.
going to look at some mechs.
Yeah.
After that.
I'm looking forward to that too.
Yep. Science fiction and fantasy.
All
right. These are the plague monks from Age of Sigmar.
Really look cool.
20 miniatures. You get 20 models.
Wow.
Look at all that
Look at
plastic.
that. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Do we have the instructions and everything
Yeah,
out
they're
there?
in there too. There's the
Okay.
bases.
Okay, so while she does that,
Instructions.
here are all the bases for the figures, and they come in this nice little packet.
Which
Very good.
sprue did you want?
Okay, this is actually a
Okay.
half sprue.
Okay.
If you look at, they go connected usually, but they
alright.
broke these apart, and so you get all your weapon arms and your staffs. All are in this sprue.
Okay.
And so all the variation is in this one sprue for those pieces.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to just focus. If you could just move
Oh, I'm
these a
sorry.
little bit, that's okay. Just so that I get, we have a colorful background.
Yeah.
You see some rats there.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
some really cool rats.
And I'm noticing that it's pretty good as far as strength.
Yes, very sturdy.
It's not flimsy.
Right, and these are the older sprues. GW is, this is not like the newer sprues
Right.
where everything is packed together.
Right.
These are like the older sprues, but there you see, you get a glance at the staffs.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. And then this is the other sprue. So you get two sprues with all your variation.
Right. Yep.
And the rest of the sprues, how many sprues are there?
1, 2, 5, 6,
Look at
7,
that.
8.
8 sprues. So you get 8.
4 full.
Right.
Yeah.
So the rest are all copies of each other, and so all your variation is in 2 sprues.
These are pretty cool.
And yeah, there go the bodies. Nice sockets for the head.
Uh-huh.
Plenty of glue there to glue them.
Yeah.
And they are very hard plastic.
I like these weapons. I like that weapon.
Yes, yeah, they're like that Morning Star
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, very cool. And then we have some heads here. This is where all the heads are.
Okay.
I'm trying to focus so that, there we go. Get a little bit of focus there. You could see they're wearing like something, like little masks and stuff. They're very cool. So there are
Yeah.
some of the heads, and we have some bells, and there's the standard.
Uh-huh.
Very nice. So, and there you go.
Yep.
Now let's see the details of the body for a minute. And there are the bodies with the cloaks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Little rat bodies.
Little rat bodies. Now these I bought these because I'm interested in using these for Oathmark
Mm-hmm.
instead of goblins.
Okay.
Use like ratlings and use the goblin
cute.
stats. We want to use these in Dragon Rampant for a rat army.
Yeah. I love Dragon Rampant. I can't wait to play that.
Yeah,
again.
Dragon Rampant's really fun.
Yeah.
And Vanguard want to use these.
Yeah, well, Vanguard's one of my favorites too.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So we're gonna use these in a lot of games. You're gonna see them. Hopefully, when I put them together and paint them,
Mm-hmm.
now that I've unboxed them, they go to my workstation, and we can start getting busy with these. There's a lot of work here. So there you go, guys. These are the plague monks, and then you get here is the unit. Okay, and you get some nice instructions telling you how to put the icon bearers together, how to put the plague monks together. Okay, there you go, and you get the war scrolls for Age of Sigmar. That's the new stats for Age of Sigmar. So, and I say new because I'm so used to Warhammer Fantasy. You know, to me, like Age of Sigmar is new, even though it's not.
It's not. Yeah, absolutely.
So, all right, there's the Plague Monks for you guys.
Awesome.
Warhammer Age of Sigmar. They're going to be Dragon Rampant Rats. Now, we have CAV. Combat Armored Vehicle. That's what that stands for.
That's
and
pretty
these
cool.
are big mechs. These were from Reaper, and I was a little bit nervous when I bought them. I have one open.
Okay.
I was a little bit nervous because I thought it was that soft bones plastic.
Yeah. Yeah, it does kind of look that way.
Right? But it's not.
Oh,
it
good.
really isn't. It's a very hard plastic.
Yeah, you're right.
And check that out. I put this guy together. Now, this guy comes in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. And you get a little base insert. So the bottom of the foot goes into the base insert there. If I can find the foot. There it is. See, so you have that triangular piece goes in there. And then the base insert goes right into the base.
Right, perfect.
So not bad.
No, not
and
at all.
I mean,
and they are sturdy.
yeah, and look at the detail on this guy is really not bad.
Not at all.
Not bad.
They're
Now
pretty cool.
let me just I have the little hips here, and I'm gonna see if this goes in place. There we go. And I'm just gonna try and just give you guys an idea. And this one is called the Spartan. Okay, now these have to be glued. Okay.
Right.
There's the little legs, and then of course the torso, the body and the arms go together there. So not bad.
No, not at all.
You know, it's a cool little piece, and this is a good scale for Horizon Wars. That's the game that I had in mind, and who knows, I may try CAV.
And you said they're Reaper models, right?
Yes, these are Reaper models. So here you go, you can handle that.
Okay.
And check it out. And then these are the other ones, and I have quite a few of these. I'm going to have another video where we unbox these, put these together.
Oops. Yeah, you don't want to those.
And I have tanks, and I have some hovercraft. So we'll have plenty to show later on.
Yes.
So there you go, Reaper CAV.
Woo-hoo.
Not bad. I'm
Not at all.
actually a little bit impressed, to be honest.
Yeah, they're nice.
I didn't
am
think,
too.
you know, I don't see any mold lines or.
No, it's good.
You know, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that was this week's unboxing, and I hope you guys liked the mechs. We're going to be talking more about mechs. And as I said, I'll have another video where maybe Julie and I will put together those figures. I have quite a few CAV miniatures to put together. And we'll be using those in our games. Hopefully Horizon Wars.
Yes.
We'll be trying that game out. So
Definitely. Up next, though, we have Deep Wars.
Deep Wars!
Yay.
Now let's go to Rule Talk. This segment. Okay, go. So Deep Wars. Yep.
Deep Wars. I think it looks really good. I love that you are going to be doing sculptures for it.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yes, well, the Deep Wars Project, that's what I'm calling it, just to give it a sassy name. It's something I've been throwing around in my head for a long time. This is the Deep Wars rulebook. And I'm going to show you a little bit of it up next. I'm not going to talk about the rules or the book or anything else in this video. But basically what the Deep Wars Project is, Deep Wars is a system based on Advanced Song of Blades and Heroes, or actually Song of Blades and Heroes before it was Advanced Song of Blades and Heroes. And it's a game of underwater combat. I just think that is so cool, and it's so different.
Yes.
And one of the things that I'm thinking about with the Deep Wars Project is to sculpture my own minis for it, because I don't have a lot of the miniatures. So to sculpture some of the giant fish, some of the giant creatures.
That'd be great.
Right?
Yeah.
And then use them in the game to play the game. And the tables.
The tables are good. That's what I was thinking about. The tables are going
Yeah.
to be really interesting.
Now, this is a game that's very narrative, and one of the cool things, like, you can fight inside of a submarine.
Right.
Like, you discover a sunken submarine, you can go inside. It has pirates.
There's just a world of ideas.
A world,
Really.
a ton of different ideas.
So many ideas.
And one of the things that I want to do is to design a bunch of specialized terrain of coral reefs. And I will be generating some videos to show you guys how I deal with that kind of terrain. We'll make, for the interior of the submarine, I was thinking my sci-fi walls that I made.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And
Sure.
if you guys haven't seen my sci-fi walls, check them out. They're in one of the playlists. I'll put a link here in the description of this video. Check them out, and you'll see that the way I made them, they would fit like the inside of a ship.
Oh, yeah, sure.
You know? So...
that's what it reminded me of when you first started building them. That's what I saw.
The inside of a ship.
Inside of a ship, yeah.
Right. So that would be perfect. It's a skirmish game. You play with very few models.
Sounds like it's something I would love, most definitely. Especially because playing underwater. The thought of that is just, it's so cool. What a cool idea.
It is
so
very
different.
cool. And the miniatures are all divers, like the human miniatures.
I love it. And then you've got all the, the creatures.
Right.
That's really a good idea.
So I think the game will bring a lot of cool sculptures. I will be making these by hand, and I will be announcing these as part of my Deep Wars project. Okay, so let's check out some of the stuff that I have right now for the Deep Wars project. Okay, and here are some of the figures that I have for Deep Wars. I have a couple of factions here. These are the divers. Okay. The Fortune Seekers is the name of the faction. And these were the kinds of sculpts that I wanted to attempt. I would be sculpting a lot of the creature figures that we use as wild creatures in the game. And here's one of the other factions. Okay, and some really interesting concepts here. That guy's really cool. And so this is the kind of stuff I would be sculpting for the game, including some of the big predatory fish that the game has. This was a sculpture that I did many years ago, actually. It's still around, and I did this with green stuff. So things like this, this kind of organic vehicle thing would work well for this game, right? I don't know what I'm going to do with this, actually. Again, this was done some time ago. I was trying to sculpt my own vehicles. So, again, these figures, this game really attracts me. And I really want to try a series of sculptures that will give us a little more variety and that would fit with these figures. And, get some games going. So, Deep Wars. Really cool miniatures. Okay, so those were some of the things that, for Deep Wars.
Right.
And I'm hoping that we can get games of Deep Wars going in 2021. I think it's an excellent. I have quite a few expansions for this, and I really want to try it out.
I agree.
And have some action in coral reefs with giant sharks and mutated anglerfish.
No.
All right.
Plethora of ideas.
Oh, many ideas. All right. I hope you guys will come join me for the Deep Wars project.
So painting minis, you're going to be painting minis for 5 parsecs from home.
5 parsecs from home. I'm going to try to get a game going, hopefully before the New Year's. Speaking of 5 parsecs and other sci-fi games, here is a picture of the palanite officers. I am beginning to paint this box, and I will have a couple of them finished before the games. This is the scheme I went on. Julie chose the purple color. And here are a bunch of figures that are waiting to get painted. At least get one trial game. And yeah, we are going to continue.
We know we have one viewer who likes it. 5 parsecs.
Yeah, well, there's a couple of our subscribers, I think. A few of them, they've commented. And thank you for reminding me. I have to say something about 5 parsecs. It's very important. The image that I had last time in our last talk, I confused them. I was showing the older rule book.
Oh.
The newer rule book is the one that has the galaxy printed on it. That's the new standalone 5 parsecs from home.
Okay.
5 parsecs no longer relies on the 5 core skirmish rules.
I see. Okay.
However, here we're pretty interested in the 5 core skirmish rules for other games. We might make up our own like sci-fi games using those rules,
sure.
you know. But just I want to clarify that so that I don't want to confuse anyone.
Right. No, that's good to do.
So it's the new standalone 5 parsecs that I will be working with.
Right. And, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say that they don't have miniatures for 5 parsecs, right?
No.
So they don't make them for 5 parsecs. So
Right.
you're going to be painting figures from necromunda figures, and that's what we're going to use for 5
Yes,
parsecs.
correct. Necromunda and Mantic. We unboxed the Mantic one with all the aliens. I will be using that. I will be using, a wide variety of ranges. We have a lot of sci-fi figures from different ranges we'll all be using in our sci-fi games. But,
Yeah, and we definitely want to delve into sci-fi
Yes.
more in 2021.
yeah, definitely, definitely. And 5 parsecs, I think, is right up our alley because it is a kind of, it's a narrative game. It's a very RPG style.
Right, that's what we like. That's what I like the best.
And many thanks to the author,
Yes.
who pops in once in a while.
Thank you very much. Your sculptures.
Yes.
Talk about that.
Yeah. Sculpting is something I just started doing again. I started the rhino, then I did that skeletal creature. The Deep Wars project is going to bring some new, different sculptures to my workstation. And I'm going to start planning those out. And then you will see more skeletal creatures. I'm thinking about looking at, I specialize in animals, so I may look at like prehistoric animals and then add stuff to them and make them look like fantasy creatures.
Sure.
And use them in our games. So you can expect some dinosaur-like creatures and maybe even some aliens. I'll delve into the whole sci-fi sculpture.
See, I'm spoiled because I get to play on the best tables. This is the truth, really. They're the best tables. I'm so spoiled they have someone so creative and talented, but it makes it so much more fun. So
Cool.
yeah, your sculptures are going to be great. And you're doing other sculptures as well for you have commissions.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
busy.
I many thanks to my client who's also a friend. She has commissioned me to do a dog for her. Fortunately, not a memorial. And so I'm working on that dog, and that goes into my Critter Creator playlist.
Right.
And that's very important because it brings in revenue to the studio. Much needed revenue to the studio.
Yeah.
You know, it's the only way I can keep going. So many thanks to her.
Yeah.
And a lot of the techniques that I show there for my animal art are the same that I do for my fantasy work, you know. So if you guys are interested in like the tools that I use and everything else, check that playlist out because all those techniques are the same. They're the same techniques I use for everything. So
Great. I think that's it.
I think that is it.
I want to say that to have a very safe and happy holiday, whatever you happen to celebrate. We wish everybody the best and hope that everybody is safe. And for those that can't be with their families this year, we're all sacrificing a little bit there, but I know some are sacrificing more than others. So our hearts go out to all of you, and we hope everybody has the best of holidays.
Have an excellent holiday. Be safe. I will be back on Saturday probably. We're going to take off a few days. You will see the Oathmark game.
Yes.
However, before Christmas.
Yes.
And Saturday I'll be back with some other content. Probably
Something.
something. I am going to be getting ready for 5 parsecs from home. So you probably see something on that.
That sounds good.
Have a good one. Oh, there
Simon.
he is.
Simon
This is
says hello.
Admiral Simon. Have a good one, guys.